Shout out to Money Brown, man. Eryk Jr. Boy, Money Brown, he get a lot of money, that's why I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, this is Ryan Garcia here. Shout out to Money Brown TV and keep punching, baby.
Yo, what's going on out there, fight? Well, this your boy Money back with another one, man. And this one here is on Vergil Ortiz, one of the hottest rising stars, straight out of Dallas, Texas. 17-0, 17 knockouts, growing very quick. And he's supposedly taking on Egidijus Kavaliauskas, Mean Machine, who took on Terence Crawford, dropped Terence Crawford, but Terence Crawford ended up stopping him, right? He got a win after that. His last fight was in September 2020. And Vergil Ortiz want to let Terence Crawford know, right? I'm coming to outshine you. You feel me? I'm going to show you why I'm a star. Now, we all know Vergil Ortiz just coming off a hell of a victory over Maurice Hooker, the former 140-pound WBO world champion. And, it was a exciting fight. Let's say it was an exciting fight. They was going back and forth. He showed he could take a punch. Got hit a lot, but nonetheless, he went out there, dropped Maurice Hooker, showed his dog, showed his his pressure style, and end up making Maurice Hooker break his hand, as I can say. Should I say he made him break his hand, or Maurice Hooker ended up breaking his hand, and he ended up getting the stoppage win. I know what they call it, a technical loss or something like that, but nonetheless, it was a win for Vergil Ortiz, added on to his resume as a stoppage at the end of the day. So he went out there, he took out a former champion, and he put himself in position to be the mandatory to Terence Crawford, right? To Terence Crawford. And we all know Terence Crawford and this guy right here, Mean Machine, had a hell of a fight. Mean Machine ended up dropping Terence Crawford. And what's crazy, y'all, they fought on my birthday, December the 16th. December the 16th, Terence Crawford and Mean Machine, they fought. I went out, couldn't watch the fight live, but I came back and watched it. But nonetheless, it was a hell of a fight. They was going back and forth. Mean Machine was having success in the fight. We know Terence Crawford, he's fighting a lot more at the 147-pound division, so you're going to get hit when you fight. And Mean Machine, he ended up dropping Terence Crawford, but they called it a slip. A lot of people look at it as a drop. It's not scored a drop, but a lot of people looked at it as a drop and thought it should have been counted as a knockdown. Even the great Andre Ward said it was a knockdown. But nonetheless, Terence Crawford got up, did what he had to do, what he always do, and stop Mean Machine. So that was his first loss on his record. Then he went on to, pick up a win. And now, it looked like he's about to take on the up-and-rising star and Vergil Ortiz. And I'm quite sure Mean Machine is up for the challenge, understanding the opportunity, knowing if he can beat this guy right here and Vergil Ortiz, who everybody is, claiming as one of the best and the future of the welterweight division. He put himself in a great position, to fight for another world title. But Vergil Ortiz don't want to let that happen. He don't want to let that happen. He understand his skill set. He understand what he's up against. But he want to make a statement and show, that I can beat this guy better than Terence Crawford beat him, right? That Terence Crawford, you need to see me, right? Like, I'm not in this game just to play around. When you said, I wasn't ready for you after I beat your statement, made a Maurice Hooker, you laughed at me and said, I'm still a kid and I'm saying what I'm supposed to say. But I'm going to show you something, right? August the 14th. After I beat this man and I call your ass out because I am your mandatory. And I think Vergil Ortiz, he want to smoke with anybody, man. We know he's a young kid. I think he's 22 years of age, if I'm not mistaken. But he want to smoke. He feel like he's ready. We know that him and Earl Spence, they used to train back in the days. He want Earl Spence. But right now, this man is in front of him, and he got to take him out. Mean Machine, he is tough. He's tough. He ain't no easy walkthrough. I give him credit. I like his style. He is an Olympian, and he know how to fight. Gotta give him his credit. He know how to fight. But nonetheless, he's dealing with a very talented kid, And if he can go in there and beat this guy, it's going to do wonders for him. It's going to do wonders for him. You understand what I'm saying? He showed that he can go in there, he can take a punch, but Terence Crawford started to break him down around the 9th and the 10th. I think he stopped him in the 10th, if I'm not mistaken. But before that, he was having success. So all he got to do is try to impose his will on Vergil Ortiz. And that's what he's going to try to do. He's going to try to impose his will and go in there because he's strong. Like I say, he's physical, he's strong. But he's going to try to impose his will and try to, make Vergil Ortiz feel the pressure. Make him feel the pressure and let him know that he's not going nowhere. I mean, let him know that he's not going nowhere. And Vergil Ortiz got to be smart to understand that, I'm not just going to continue to just stand right here and bang it out with him. You got to use some type of skills in there. You understand what I'm saying? Some type of skills. Even Terence Crawford had to use some type of skills because you don't want to just get caught up and fighting with some motherfucker that's strong where you end up getting caught, because this dude is stronger than Maurice Hooker. I'm going to tell you that right now. He's stronger than Maurice Hooker. And with that being said, you don't want to get hit with the shots that Maurice Hooker hit you with by Mean Machine. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. And I'm not just saying Mean Machine will go in there and knock him out like the kid can't take a punch or nothing like that, because he showed he can get hit and take it. But by this dude who got popped, I think he got 22 wins with 18 knockouts, if I'm not mistaken, 19 knockouts, somewhere around there. Right, you don't want to just, just stand in front of that man. You feel me? Boxing is a sweet science, and you got to be smart at times. But if Vergil Ortiz can go in there and take out Mean Machine, and if he can do it better in impressive fashion than Terence Crawford, if Bud is not fighting nobody, right, and if this dude is the mandatory, then y'all gonna have to give him his opportunity, especially if he don't take on Errol Spence next. And we know he got one fight left. So if Mean Machine if Vergil Ortiz get past this dude, right, like I say, he want to show, but I'm gonna show you why they call me a star. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you. But this is the hell of a matchup for him. So back to what I was saying. If he can go in there and get past this dude, then we will have to see him in the ring with Terence Crawford. If Bud feel like he's too young and that he's not ready, then guess what? Prove it. Prove it. You know what I'm saying? Prove it. Because he want to show you how great he is. He want to show you that I'm ready for you. You going to have to whip this kid. These young boys, they coming up. They not worrying about what these dudes talking about. They not worrying about none of that. Like I say, when you look at Gervonta Davis, you look at Teofimo Lopez, you look at Shakur Stevenson, Ryan Garcia, things of that nature, and you see these dudes getting these big-ass fights and they getting millions of dollars, Vergil Ortiz and Jerron Ennis is looking around the corner like, man, fuck that. We want our opportunity. If we put ourselves in position, we want our opportunity. We feel like we better than those dudes, or we just as skillful as them, and we want to make that same money that they making, and we want to become world champions. We want to become world champions. Now, my thing to that is y'all dealing with some real lions. The 147-pound division is stacked with real lions. Terence Crawford is a real lion. Errol Spence is a real lion. You know what I'm saying? Sean Porter, they are real lions, and they not, moving off their pivot that easy. But if these young boys feel like they ready, like we all knew Sean Porter was the mandatory to Terence Crawford, so the WBC say. And now all of a sudden, Vergil Ortiz is right up there as the #1 mandatory. Sean Porter has dropped. And now we're looking at Sean Porter and Keith Thurman in the fall. And now we're looking at Vergil Ortiz and Mean Machine. So it's only a matter of time before Terence Crawford going to have to fight his mandatory. It's only a matter of time. And if that guy is Vergil Ortiz, I don't see Vergil Ortiz moving to the side or taking no step-aside money or none of that shit. Especially after he said he won't Terence Crawford after the Maurice Hooker fight. He's set and stuck on Terence Crawford. You feel me? He's set and stuck on Terence Crawford. He feel like he can beat him. He feel like he can beat him. He want Errol Spence as well. You know what I'm saying? Jerron Ennis want Terence Crawford. Jerron Ennis want Errol Spence. So these young boys is coming, man. They coming. They hungry. They not bagging down. They taking on tough competition, so it's making them better. Like I say, Maurice Hooker wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad for Vergil Ortiz. Hell of a fight. Former world champion. Now he about to take on Mean Machine. Somebody that fought for a world title. Somebody that is an Olympian. Somebody that can punch. And somebody that's been in there with Terence Crawford and dropped him. So this is a tough task for Vergil Ortiz. This is not an easy task. This is not an easy task. And if he go in there and pass with flying colors, who are we to say that he's not ready? Who are we to say that he's not ready? You understand me? Yes, we know that he's young. And if he feel like he's ready, it's the fight game, baby. It's the fight game. He want to test his skills against the best. He got the heart, the guts, and the nuts to stand there with Terence Crawford. If Terence Crawford don't have nobody to fight, if it's not Errol Spence, if it's not Sean Porter, Danny, or Thurman, and if his mandatory position puts him over those guys, because we know Errol Spence has 2 titles, he fit to fight Manny Pacquiao for the 3rd. So if his mandatory position put him over a Sean Porter, over a Danny Garcia, over a Keith Thurman, and he's saying, I'm not stepping aside for you to fight them, I want my opportunity, then guess what? But he's going to have to oblige. He's going to have to oblige. He's going to have to accept that young man inside that ring. And you got to do what you got to do. One way or another, you're going to have to do what you got to do, because you want to see him And Vergil is looking like he want the smoke. It's looking like he's not bagging down. You understand me? He's not bagging down. He's not giving up his opportunity. And guess what? I don't blame the young man. I don't blame him. I know a lot of people going to be out there, well, he might need to get a little bit more experience. I don't think he's ready. Do I think he can beat Terence Crawford? No. I don't. I don't think he can beat Terence Crawford right now, but it don't matter what I think. It's about what he think. He's the fighter. He has the skill set. He has the mentality. He's the one going out there studying Bud. He's the one that got the team and putting the game plan together to go in there and face Terence Crawford to see if he can beat him. After the fight, he said, I don't know if I'm ready or not, but fuck it. I want my shot. I want my opportunity. I work my ass off to get here right now. I know I'm young, but guess what? If I do lose to him, I'm not going to hold my head down. It's a hell of an opportunity to face a hell of a fighter. This is a 3-division world champion, a former undisputed world champion, the current WO welterweight world champion, and I want a piece of that. I want a piece of that. So I can respect Vergil Ortiz's heart, I can respect his mindset, and I can respect his guts to get in that ring and say, you know what, I want to take you on right now, but I know the skill set that you possess. I know what you are, right? Arguably the number 1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, the number 2 welterweight in the world, right? I know if I beat you, I know what it does for me. And I want to see is my skills what they are right now at 22, 23 years of age to get in on with you and see what you're about. You understand what I'm saying? And we can't tell him not to do it because he's the man that put himself in position. I mean, that's his dream to be a world champion. He worked his ass off to get to where he at. And now that his opportunity is here, he want to take it. He want to take it. Young or not young, he want to get in there. Canelo got a number with Floyd at 23. So, if Vergil get past Mean Machine, which is going to be a tough task, because Mean Machine is a hell of a fighter. I'm going to give him his just due, right? If he get past Mean Machine, then shit. And if like I say, if this dude don't get a fight, if he's not fighting none of them dudes, and if Vergil Ortiz, his ranking, his position ranks him over those dudes to get his fight, then it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Bud gonna have to fight this young man because he's not stepping down. And like I say, I respect Vergil Ortiz. I respect him. So this fight look like it's set, y'all. Vergil Ortiz versus Mean Machine for August the 14th. Let's see if it goes through. Let's see if they get into that ring and bang it out. Because I know Vergil's with Golden Boy. And we know Kavaliauskas is with Top Rank with Bob Byrne. And like I said, they always do business. So this won't be a shocker to me. You know, it's a hell of a fight. I respect this fight. I respect it. I respect it like a motherfucker. And I think it's going to be very, very entertaining. And I'm looking to see how Vergil Ortiz take the shot from Mean Machine. And I'm damn sure going to look to see how Mean Machine take Vergil Ortiz shot. But if Vergil Ortiz get past him and he put himself in position to face Terence Crawford, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let it be what it be. And we'll see how it turn out. But shouts out to Vergil. Shouts out to Mean Machine. Shouts out to Terence Crawford. We'll see in the future. Until then, it's your boy Monty. This is the NSBC movement. Ain't nobody safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to donate. OG Money on Cash App. TrainHampton52@gmail.com on PayPal. If not, just tell a friend. Hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, share the video. And y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status, family.